iStampin.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today I thought that I would show you how I made these darling 3x3 Valentines that I put up on my blog a couple of weeks ago as a sneak peek. I thought that it's such a simple card, and I thought that y'all would enjoy me showing you how I made these. And also I wanted to show you that I used the envelope framelits, the envelope liner framelits, and I made these darling liners for these small square envelopes. So, I mean, just like how cute those are. This is a great way to use your leftover designer series paper, even some patterns that you aren't crazy about. Just lining these darling envelopes is just a adorable finishing touch to envelopes. I think it's what a fun way when you're opening up your card and you see a cute little accent inside. So let me just get started. I'll show you the supplies that I'm using. This is just Whisper White cardstock that I've cut down to 6x3. So all you need to do is just get one of your 8.5x11 sheets of cardstock, and on the 11, the long side, just cut 3 strips of 3 inches, and then turn it this way, and then just slice it to 6 inches, and then you're just going to score it at 3 inches. So it turns into a 3x3 card. So you're going to need 3 of those. And then these are the square envelopes that are in our annual catalog. If you turn to page 194 in your annual catalog, you'll see them right here. They come 40 envelopes to a pack. So that's where you'll find those. And like I said, that's on page 194 of our annual catalog. And then I am using some of the new supplies from our Occasions catalog. This is what it looks like. It has this beautiful bouquet here on the front. This is a really darling project kit that's here in the catalog. So if you love to make flowers, this is right up your alley. But we're going to be using the You Plus Me stamp set, and I've used this on our mini treat bag that we made last week, or that I made last week. So I'm going to be using this again. I'm going to be using a couple of the stamps. I'm also going to be using the Stacked with Love Designer Series paper stack. So this is where I got the paper to make the liners for the envelopes, as well as we're going to be cutting out some paper here and making some cute accents. And then the other thing that we're going to be using is the Stacked with Love Designer Series washi tape. So we just use a small bit from there. And then the other supplies that you're going to need are the Real Red Stampin' Write marker. When I do this Twitter painted card, I'm actually coloring in that heart with the Real Red Stampin' Write marker. I just feel like it's a lot easier than using the Real Red stamp pad. And then for the hearts, you'll just need your Real Red stamp pad, and then I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So, and then a block, your snail, you know, all that kind of good stuff, all the typical basics you'll need. All right, so let's get started. Why don't we start with this one, this Be Mine. Now, I am going to be using my Stamp-A-Majig for this. I found that this really helped me with the placement. I'm also going to be changing it up here when I stamped the Be Mine. Here, I'll show you right here. Here it has these 3 hearts, and then when I stamped the other 2, I did not stamp the hearts. But I think I'm gonna do those in red. So I'm gonna do the Be Mine, and then I'm gonna use a baby wipe and get the black ink off, and then color those in real red. So let's get started with that. And I've got my note cards all right here. Just going to put that on my block. And if you do not know how to use your Stamp-A-Majig or don't have one of these, I will link my tutorial on how to use it. It's a great tool. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to line this up, center it, because we're going to be stamping this 3 times, just eyeballing it to see how it's centered. And then also I'm using my grid lines. Okay, that looks good. All right, so I'm going to re-ink this with my Tuxedo black ink, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a baby wipe and I'm just going to gently wipe the ink away from the hearts and trying not to take away any of the ink from the letters, which this stamp, it's quite easy. All right, so now I'm going to take my Stampin' Write marker and just color in the hearts like so. Just stamp it. Perfect. All right, so now I'm going to erase that ink and repeat that step 2 more times, but now what I'm going to do is I'm only going to be stamping the Be Mine. So when I do it 2 more times, I'm going to be taking away the ink off the hearts. Okay, and using the carrier sheet to get a good line on that. There we go. All right, and so that's the way it's gonna look. Okay, so now I'm gonna be using the Stacked with Love Designer Series washi tape. And if you look at my sample, I am using the diagonal piece of tape. And so I'm just gonna tear off this a bit here. And I just have it coming from the right side, kind of in between these the two bottom Be Mines, and then I'm just going to trim off the excess. And then I'm taking the solid heart from the You Plus Me. Okay, so let's bring our card back in. So what I did is I took a dimensional and I just cut it in half. And just put it right there. And so you have the first card. All right. All right, let's move on to the second card. We're gonna go ahead and make this Twitter painted card. I thought this was really cute. This is really simple. This is just one stamp. And again, we're gonna be starting off with a piece of 3 by 6 cardstock, and I've scored it at 3 inches, so that gives us our 3 by 3 card. And then we're going to be using the Twitter painted stamp, and again we're going to ink that up in the Memento Tuxedo black ink like so, and then again I'm going to carefully wipe away the black ink from the stamp using a baby wipe, making sure that I'm not removing any of the ink from the letters. All right, so then I'm taking my Stampin' Write marker and I'm just coloring in the heart. Like so, making sure it's got good coverage. All right, and I'm just gonna make sure that this is centered. And that is it. That card is done. How easy is that? I mean, really, if you just did this all black, you could get through these in no time. All right, so that's the second card. Okay, so we're gonna make the third card. So what I have here is another piece of Whisper White cardstock cut the same way. And then as you can see here, what I've done here is just use some washi tape and some of the designer series paper from the Stacked with Love series pack. So what I did is I just took the washi tape with the gold hearts, and I'm just tearing off 2 pieces, and I'm just kind of sticking them here in the center again, in the top third, and then I'm going to do it in the bottom third of the card. Not really, it doesn't matter if they're like kind of different lengths. I mean, you know, they don't have to be symmetrical. All right, so now I've already cut the papers out. So this is a real thin diagonal, black diagonal print, and then this is XOXO, so I've just trimmed it down where you just see that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my, let's see, I'm going to kind of eyeball it, and I'm wanting it to be about this long, I guess. Okay, and then I'm just going to make my own banner cut. And what I do is I cut in the middle, and then from the edges I just cut in diagonally. And you can take a corner square punch and do this. Just for me, using the scissors is just quicker. Okay, so I've got that. And then the XOXO is going to be just a tad longer than my banner. So I'm just kind of putting it here. And I'm going to cut it in between this X and O. So just make a quick snip. There we go. All right, I'm going to use my snail and just attach this to the card. And just put it in between, whoops, make sure it's centered, and just put it in between the two pieces of washi tape. And then I'm going to take the same thing, and I'm going to kind of put this, the XOXO, kind of on an angle. And I'm going to use my glue stick, just because this is a thin piece of paper, and I just find using a glue stick to be a little bit easier to apply the adhesive. And just kind of put that on an angle, like so. And then I've already cut out the heart, and then I'm going to take another dimensional, and I'm going to cut that in half, and then I'm going to pop that up. And just put that right in the middle. And there we go. We have a cute little Valentine's. So like I said, these are super easy to make, wouldn't take you any time. And then if you have that darling envelope liner, which this is turning out to be one of my favorite framelits recently. So let's see, how about we do that liner with that card, that with that envelope. Look how sweet that is. How fun would that be to get? Ladies, if you have any questions on any of the products, I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. This was just using the You Plus Me stamp set, this new fun stamp set from the Occasions catalog, and using the Stacked with Love designer series paper, and I'll kind of go through and show you some of the quick designs. So on one side it's all colorful, and then on the back side it's all black and white. So this is definitely great for after the Valentine's Day season. So that gives you an idea of what. And if you have not received the Occasions catalog, make sure you get in touch with me, and don't forget, through the end of March 31st, for every $50 that you spend, you're able to pick one free item from the Occasions catalog. So I hope y'all have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial for these simple Valentine's Day cards. Okay, ladies, thanks, and have a great day. Bye.